let's move on to something that, is near and dear to your heart, the Transformers franchise. All right,
Well,
I'm totally lying there, aren't I?
Don't worry about it because it's never going away.
No.
Much like DC
Cinematic
and Star
cookies.
Wars and Marvel, Transformers is never going away.
And we found out this, or actually last week, or was it this week? I don't know, it was last week.
At some point over the
Some
holiday.
point in recent memory. Transformers 5, 6, and 7 are happening. We knew that, but we have official dates now. It's
Through
like
2019.
It's like planning for the rapture when you know it's coming.
It's coming.
So Transformers, each of them opening up in June. Transformers 5 in 2017. Transformers 6, and we'll get to that in a minute, in June 2018. And Transformers 7 in June 2019. Transformers 5 is opening against Wonder Woman. And Transformers 6 turns out it's going to be a Bumblebee spin-off movie, a lower budget one they mentioned. So I got a couple of, and that's going to open against Godzilla 2. So that's a smackdown right there between those two. They're calling
I would
out
watch
Warner
that
Brothers.
crossover.
Well, they're calling out Warner Brothers. They must sense a little blood in the water that your slate. Do you think Wonder Woman and
Transformers
Godzilla
5
are going to blink and move off those days?
I think that it would be really smart for Warner Brothers to move Wonder Woman because your audience that you are trying to win over, your big fanboy audience and fangirl, but they'll probably skew more towards Transformers 5. You want them to show up for Wonder Woman. And unless you really nail this, even if you do really nail this, people go see Transformers movies. That's why they're going to make them forever because they make so much money, especially internationally.
Those are billion-dollar movies.
Yeah.
Right there.
So I definitely think you move that. Godzilla, we'll see what comes of, again, it's a Bumblebee spinoff. They're saying lower budget from the beginning. We'll see what that means.
Yeah.
We'll also see what comes of the new Godzilla movie. I think it'll be really interesting to see which one of those moves and which one ends up being a stronger movie.
Well, here's the interesting thing. Godzilla, the Gareth Edwards one, I liked it. I didn't love it. I loved the trailers a lot more than I ended up loving the movie. And a lot of people, I think, felt that way. Like it had some cool Godzilla action, maybe not enough, but it did meet with a lukewarm kind of response from fans. It made money. Obviously, it was enough to get him Rogue One, but I don't know if the appetite necessarily is there for it. And they are trying to build up the Godzilla Kong kind of shared universe, but I don't think the Bumble movie itself is necessarily a slam dunk because it depends on, first of all, Bumblebee doesn't really talk. He only channels these different voices from radio and TV and stuff. So how do you make that work, and what is sort of, who's the human character in that? It's going to need something else there to kind of click with it. But I think it's, of all the characters to spin off outside of, Optimus, I mean, Bumblebee makes sense.
Yeah,
he's
I just
cute,
wonder
he's
if it's
kid-friendly,
I wonder if it's too late, or maybe, because he did have such a key role in the earlier Transformers movies, now is the right time. But maybe it's just that my own dedication to the Transformers movie franchise has waned.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was much more invested in Bumblebee as a character in the first few than I am at this point now.
Yeah, I can remember, he's obviously key to the first movie. It's a boy and his dog story, except the dog is a car that talks and transforms.
Just bring back Shia.
Well, what if they do? What if the Bumblebee thing is like, now Sam Witwicky is like just like he's like middle-aged and he's working.
I'm just imagining Bumblebee walking around wearing the paper bag that says "I'm not famous."
Actually, I would love that. It gets really meta. It turns into like Deadpool. Breaks the fourth wall.
Hey, if everyone's doing it by the time they start making that movie.
What do you think? Should they bring back Shia for the Bumblebee movie? I'm all in on that one. Good luck trying to get him back. But if they pitched it in a certain way, maybe he would do it. Or maybe they'd bring back Megan Fox. Or what if the Bumblebee spinoff teams him up with the Ninja Turtles?
Do you think they're going to do Ninja Turtles? I mean,
think
why
so.
not?
There've been some rumblings, but hey, why not? That thing would clean up.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, 90s nostalgia. And then, so Transformers 7 all the way through 2019. Yeesh. That's
Your overwhelming optimism is just suffocating me.
I don't know, man. I mean, I know these movies make money, but at a certain point,
I mean, it
you
is a
have to
land
have
grab with release dates at this point.
It is. It really is. It's like we're staking out our claim. It's like, back when the Europeans were trying to conquer the New World. Every country sent out their ships and tried to, Spain took Florida, and England took New England, and France was trying to get Louisiana. And like that's what it's turning into, except with movies and robots.